de Xus Pereda, jugador del Futbol Club Barcelona les temporades 1961-1969, qui va morir el passat 27 de setembre a l'edat de 73 anys.
Well, good evening, everyone. A moment's reflection there for Xus Pereda, former Barcelona player and a member of the staff here at the Camp Nou, who passed away recently. Isaac Ames is the referee. Perfect evening in Barcelona, where the home side have been imperious so far in terms of La Liga. Just consider the facts facing Racing Santander here. 3 home league games for the reigning champions. 3 wins, 18 goals scored, none conceded. And Barcelona are currently on a run of 21 home games unbeaten, winning 19 of those. And what we have to say right at the start, Jerry, is that Pep Guardiola has picked a strong team after the international game. It's in midweek.
He certainly has. He's actually picked 2 central defenders for a change instead of 2 midfield players. You know, he's put Mascherano in there. We've seen Busquets playing at the back, and today he's got Piqué and Puyol, which is, I think, if they're both fit, probably his best partnership. I know he's used Abidal in it at centre half a few times, but Abidal being rested today, Maxwell playing on the left-hand side. He's made some good changes ahead of well, what's coming up for Barcelona in terms of Champions League and competitive matches, but it's a fantastic attacking side.
Here's Thiago. As Michael Laudrup was saying, there's no holding midfield player for Guardiola tonight. The outstanding trio of Xavi, Iniesta and Thiago will interact and change positions as they do throughout this wonderful football team. Their ability to slot into various areas in the team is outstanding from minute to minute, and some of the movement this season, even by their own extremely high standards, has been, well, mesmerising at times.
Absolutely. And you know, how do you think Racing Santander and Hector Cooper feel? The 3 previous league games, 2 5s and an 8. I mean, that is such a daunting prospect. And the front 3 are their best front 3 for me. Obviously, Pedro, David Villa and Messi. You've got Iniesta and Xavi in the middle of the park, and Thiago, all very creative. This is going to be a big task for Racing Santander.
Barcelona welcoming Andres Iniesta, who can't prevent the Racing throw, but Iniesta has been out for the last 5 games with a hamstring injury. Very experienced head coach of Racing, Hector Cooper, who took Valencia to back-to-back Champions League finals back in 2000 and 2001. Pep Guardiola, flanked by Tito Villanueva, is number 2. This is Kone, the teenage striker, born in the Ivory Coast, making his debut up from the B team. What an occasion in which to do so. Piqué, aware that he was being closed down by Muniz.
There's a casualness about them though, Kevin, the passing, and there's been a couple of little mistakes that's not been capitalised on, and we've been talking about this every time they come back from an international game. I think they do get a little bit sloppy, and we just saw the last game there previous with Real Madrid. It took them over 45 minutes before they broke the deadlock, and I'm wondering if this is going to be a similar job, because Hector Cooper knows how to organise the side to get behind the ball and make it difficult.
Here's Puyol. Piqué, who's playing his 150th game for Barcelona tonight. Kept in well by David Villa. Here's Iniesta. Thiago playing it wide here for Maxwell, who's starting a game for the first time this season. The left back won't get to the pass from Villa though.
The idea was good, little 1-2. Unfortunately, Villa's return pass had too much power on it there. This is a little bit of sloppiness there. Look at the miscontrol from Maxwell. That could have been a problem, but Thiago's in just to nick the ball away at the last second from Kone.
Real Madrid's win earlier against Real Betis has taken Mourinho's side to the top of the table on 16 points. Barcelona will assume top spot again should they win here. They're currently on 14, level with the real surprise package of this fledgling La Liga season. Levante still unbeaten, 4 wins and 2 draws, the little club from the city of Valencia.
Ballesteros is their centre half, eh? Kevin, that's an amazing story. It's fantastic for Levante.
Levante play on Sunday. Interesting looking match at home to the big spenders in the summer, Malaga. This is Maxwell. Now David Villa, fresh from his 50th international goal in the week against Scotland, the all-time record goal scorer for Spain. David Villa, 50 goals in 80 appearances. It's a good run from Pedro, onside. It was Villa who missed his kick. That little darting run from Pedro, so difficult to pick up.
Yeah, it was good, but the first touch let him down. That's why he didn't get the strike off, Kevin. And in the end, he teed it up for David Villa, who misfired also.
Plenty of time and space here for Carlos Puyol. Maxwell. Sloppy again from the Brazilian. Throw-in's been won by the youngest player on the pitch, just 18, Jairo, who'll play predominantly down the right of the Racing Santander midfield. Promising young player. Eric Abidal already being readied from the bench.
I wonder, is there a problem with Maxwell, Kevin, or one of the 2 centre backs?
Not entirely noticeable that Maxwell, who's will be most closely scrutinised, I think, at this point, being the fact that he's a left back. But of course, Abidal, like so many of these Barcelona players, equally adept at playing a centre back role. It certainly is going to be a defender coming off. Here's Alves. Thiago for Piqué. Doesn't look to be anything at all wrong with the man on the ball here, Maxwell, moving quite freely. I wonder if it's Carlos Puyol. He's not long back from a long absence with a knee injury.
Yeah, I'm stumped at the moment, Kevin. I'm looking to see who it's going to be. It's Piqué. It's actually Gerard Piqué.
Well, his 150th game for Barcelona lasts just 8 minutes. Very dejected Gerard Piqué, rueful shake of the head. Injury forces him off here, and on comes a man who's about to negotiate a new contract here, Eric Abidal.
Well, we'll have to wait and find out what exactly happened. He's obviously pulled something, Kevin, in that 8 minutes he played. Disappointing for Gerard Piqué, but out injured for quite a while at the start of the season, only just back as well, and now he's out again. I still think that's a problem area for Barcelona. I've said it for the last 2 months, and I still think that's the problem area for Barcelona at central defence.
This is Adrian trying to find his captain, Benitez. He's done well against Puyol. This is Kone. Alves to dispossess him. Well, an extra touch too many there for Victor Valdés.
Totally unnecessary, Kevin, in my opinion. Oh, was there a handball? David Villa didn't think so. But you know the sloppiness I talk about after every time they go away and they come back and they take chances. They've already taken 2 or 3 chances too many for me in the opening 9 minutes.
It's a really poor free kick. Benitez was not even close to getting on the end of that. This is Diop. Jairo taking on Maxwell. Good looking cross. Brilliant defending from Alves. Fed in this time by Francis. Another good cross. And this time it's rather more comfortable for Barcelona. Xavi. Well, enough to encourage Racing Santander in the first 10 minutes. Messi. Good movement here from Iniesta. Messi. Oh, through the gap, Lionel Messi! It's another fantastic goal! And another milestone in this wonderful career. He now moves 1 goal ahead of a legend. The Hungarian striker Ladislau Kubala got 194 goals in the famous Barcelona shirt. 195 and counting now for the great Lionel Messi.
It's a ridiculous goal, Kevin. I'm not being funny. There's 5 or 6 Racing Santander defenders there, and it's Messi and Iniesta between them. They carved them open. Incredible goal. Have a look again. The pass is brilliant. It has to be weighted so well. And then there's no space, you think. And then Messi picks it up, squeezes in between 2 of them, takes it round the goalkeeper, tightest of angles, and he makes it look so simple. But this guy is a genius. What a fabulous goal. And there's the run and the movement from Iniesta, which was superb as well, and his pass was excellent. But we'll run out of quotes and phrases to describe this little man. He's just absolutely superb.
Mid-October, and it's his 15th goal of the season already. Barca hungry for more. Well-timed run from Villa. Messi! Oh, it's so close to make it 2-0. The target was inviting. Another superbly timed run, this time from Villa.
Brilliant timing of the run, and it's as if it's telepathic. He knows he's going, he's onside, and he reverses the pass and finds Messi again. But for the defender, that would have been another goal.
Alves appeals for offside and given.
There's Hector. Cooper did a fantastic job at my old club, Mallorca, I have to say. Starting to feel the pressure, though, being the manager of Racing Santander. Wrong end of the table.
Well, he's got a big job on his hands, the vastly experienced Argentine Hector Cooper. This is a Racing club that are teetering on the brink of bankruptcy. They were allegedly taken over by an Indian businessman a little over a year ago, who promised all sorts of investment and taking on the club debts, and as far as we know, he's absent and missing, Jerry. That leaves the club in limbo. There's Messi. Plenty of room here for Maxwell. Now Thiago. Iniesta. Iniesta doing his best to stay upright. Referee had a good view and saw nothing wrong with the challenge.
Well, he'd lost his balance. He hadn't got control of the ball. You can see the ball's at least a foot and a half away from him there. And he's not in control and he's fallen over. It's not a foul for me. Look at this pass from Messi. And the reverse pass is just as good from Iniesta. And he just straddles the challenge, doesn't he, from Bernardo, the Colombian centre-half, and wants to stay on his feet, doesn't want to get a penalty. He wants to go past him and then go past the goalkeeper and stick it in the net. He's absolutely brilliant.
Victor Valdez, as pleased as any, looking to mark his milestone appearance tonight. It's his 302nd league game for Barca. Takes him one past Zubizarreta for league appearances for the club. This is Pedro. Maxwell. Christian's header only picks out Messi. Support here from Alves. Helped on by Xavi. Jairo finding Diop. Earns his side a little bit of respite. Papa Diop did a big job on in midfield alongside the Greek player Alexandros Ziolis. Got to try and find from somewhere Hector Cooper in midfield to compete and earn the side some possession. Easier said than done against this outstanding team. Iniesta back to fitness, but can't be said of a trio of players that Guardiola's having to do without at the moment. Alexis Sanchez, Cesc Fabregas and Ibrahim Afellay all on the treatment table. Diop's won it well here. This is Jairo. Showed too much of that to Maxwell.
Looks good though, Jairo, 18 years of age, Kevin. Little right winger, got a bit of skill and trickery. Knocked one decent ball in early on in the first 10 minutes.
It's Xavi Hernandez. Abidal. Loose first touch from the Frenchman. Here's Adrian. The left back now is Christian. Only Kone in that Barcelona penalty area for the away side. Here's the goal scorer, Messi. Alves. No. Messi breezes away from Benitez. Bernardo niggling away at Lionel Messi. Operates on a little bit of a short fuse from what we've seen briefly of the Colombian, Bernardo Espinosa. Didn't want Messi to take any more liberties and stuck with him well in the end.
Well, he's got a touch on the ball. He's done very well. And that's the foul on Jairo. Could be an interesting evening for Maxwell if the young pacey right winger gets one-on-one and fancies having a go. You always know, though, as a Racing player, you're going to have a lot less percentage of possession compared to Barcelona. They're going to have a 70-75% possession minimum.
Just in case you have joined the match late, another fabulous goal from Lionel Messi is the difference, with 19 first half minutes gone. Alves.
You know about Messi, Kevin, you know he's going to break records, don't you? It's just a question of how long it takes him. Is it going to be this season, or is it going to be next season? He's going to break it. He's going to be the top goal scorer in Barcelona's history. And then what sort of a tally will he set?
Yep. He needs 41 goals to top the record of 235 for Cesar. With most players, we'll be talking about the best part of 2 seasons. For him, he could break it this season. Xavi, Alves, Abidal, and it's a pretty firm challenge, going to be penalised with a yellow card by the referee Isaac Ames for Papa Diop.
The studs have come in. Oh, he's gone right down his instep. That's what's happened. You can see he's caught Andres Iniesta right on the instep, and that was worthy of the yellow card.
Iniesta still hobbling out of that challenge. Adrian. Thumped forward by Alves, well dealt with by Alvaro. Trying to work off that rather ugly tackle from Papa Diop is Iniesta. Abidal. Iniesta. Thiago seeing a lot of first-team football this season. We certainly expected that would be the case once the competitive matches came around. Of course, he's been helped in that respect by the initial absence of Iniesta and now Fabregas, but he was outstanding in pre-season, probably Barcelona's best player, Thiago Alcantara, in the pre-season matches, and fully warranting his elevation to very much a senior player these days.
Yeah, he's done very well, Kevin, I agree, and the more games he gets playing in this sort of company, he's going to get better and better, isn't he?
Only 20. His father was a professional footballer to some renown. Played in the Brazil squad in the 1994 World Cup finals. Mazinho, Thiago's dad. Now, another Brazilian looking for something spectacular. Dani Alves poised. Midway point of the first half. Turned away by Bernardo, only as far as Thiago. Xavi.
Well, Pedro Mendes has done well to close Dani Alves down, Kevin, there, and the linesman has adjudged that he came off Dani Alves last. I'm not totally sure about that. Look at Hector Cooper, how animated he is.
Well, that touch definitely came off Thiago.
We've seen 2 or 3 good flashes in 23 minutes from Barcelona where they've flowed, but it's stuttered. It has really stuttered, and this is why there can be mistakes made after international matches, and players are a little bit tired and sloppy.
Good work by Benitez. Kone with a snapshot. Doesn't carry sufficient power to trouble Valdez. Abidal. Puyol. Xavi. Abidal as Maxwell wide. Trying to slide it through towards Iniesta. Away by Christian, looking for busy legs of Muniz, well tracked by Puyol. Diop spins out towards Jairo, and the flag is up against Racing. Bit of momentum here now for Messi. Pass one, not past the second. Ziolis, who got an important touch in there for Racing Santander, who have not yet won so far this season. 2 draws, 4 defeats. One of only 2 sides in the league who have yet to post a win, the other Sporting Gijón.
Well, we've already said it's going to be a tough season for Racing Santander, but you know, only 1-0 down after 25 minutes at the Nou Camp. I think Hector Cooper will be quite pleased under the circumstances.
Maxwell. Iniesta. Xavi looking for the run here of Dani Alves. Thiago for Abidal. Maxwell. Iniesta. Pedro. Looks to take on the fullback Francis. Free header! 2-0. Well, it was a comfortable take in the end for Xavi. Wasn't going to miss them there. Barcelona double their advantage.
He's doing that more and more often, Kevin, taking a chance, making that run. Lovely piece of play from Pedro on the left-hand side. The step over and the delightful cross. Xavi's made a fabulous run through the middle. Unmarked, splits the 2 centre-halves, free header. He ain't going to miss, as you say. But lovely play from Pedro. Great cross. And a superb finish. And they haven't played outstandingly well for me, Barcelona, but they've created 2 or 3 chances and they're very clinical in front of goal. And that 2-goal cushion, well, I think that's it sewn up, really. You can't see how Racing are going to come back.
Well, looking for an immediate reply through the young striker Kone. Muniz. Something of a rarity, that. A headed goal for Barcelona. Don't see them score too many like that.
Headed goal for Barcelona, a headed goal for Xavi. You don't see too many like that either. But it was an excellent goal. Well constructed by Pedro on the left wing.
Francis with a throw here for Racing. Pedro earning Barcelona the free kick, taken quickly here for Puyol, and now Xavi, who pretty soon will go beyond 600 games for Barcelona. Xavi Hernandez. Messi, brilliant touch to take him round Christian. Showed too much of it eventually to Bernardo, but he's in such scintillating form at the moment. When you consider he's come back from a very tiring trip to South America for the recent World Cup qualifying games, looks fresh.
Well, he can do it in fits and starts, can't he, Kevin? You know, he can have little link-up plays. He doesn't need to make as many runs, but he's made 3 or 4 in the opening half hour. That's been, well, very telling, to say the least. The opening goal was very significant. Settles everybody down. They've got the second one, and they can now take their time and basically carve open this wrathing Santander defence whenever they want.
Messi was on the losing side in his last Argentina appearance. Surprise World Cup qualifying defeat away to Venezuela. Dani Alves. Jose Gomez, referee, has given Barcelona a free kick.
He does well here, and another one who stands on his instep.
Iniesta. Thiago. Xavi. Maxwell. Alves cleverly waited for that ball to deceive Muniz. Messi. Looking for the run again of Xavi, who was hungry for a second goal.
Shane Puyol trying to get the cushion header, got it wrong.
Well, this is our second helping of a trio of live La Liga matches for you this Saturday. Don't go too far away when we conclude here at the Camp Nou. We'll have another match for you. And it will be Granada, newly promoted, at home to Atletico Madrid. In high definition for you from 9 o'clock.
I thought the first touch was brilliant as it came over his shoulder, but the next touch was even better, Kevin. Here's Dani Alves.
Struggling to clear their lines here, Rathing, and Messi almost took it on. Puyol. In fact, they leave that for Thiago. But a rare touch here for Victor Valdez. Barcelona have a couple of home games to come over the next few days as they search a third goal. Pedro is being outdone there by an alert Tonio and the Rathing goal, but they're at home in the Champions League this coming midweek to the Czech minnows of Victoria Plzeň. And there's this touch again from Messi.
Unbelievable.
He's a constant irritant, isn't he, to the left back Christian. And then next weekend they're at home to Sevilla in the league.
I was looking at the build-up in the last piece of action. Kevin, Messi's pass to Iniesta, and Iniesta then waited till Pedro was coming in on the overlap, and he's knocked the ball into space for him, but Pedro was running really quickly, and his first touch, I think, let him down. Had he had a better first touch, Wouldn't have mattered about the goalkeeper coming out, he would have scored.
This is Kone. A chance finally for the green shirts to advance deep into Barcelona territory. Diop. Decent turn. He's going to run into Abidal now. Ziolis. The referee applied good advantage there. There was the use of a hand, and this could work very much in Barcelona's favour. Pedro Messi. He's looking towards the near side for the assistant's flag. Might just have stepped into an offside position there, Messi.
Well, there's a block here. Certainly she comes in. There's the block. Deflected. I don't think Messi gets a touch on it. Should it have been a corner kick? Yes, it should be, and that's why Messi's always poaching. He's looking to be alert, Kevin, for any bits and pieces.
Xavi with the corner. Nobody attacking that for Barcelona, as far as Dani Alves. Thiago. Pedro. Xavi. Pedro slid in beautifully by Xavi, and somehow Carlos Puyol couldn't get the third goal.
Well, Tonio's quite happy he could, but it was a brilliant build-up again, and of all people, it's Puyol who makes the run. Lovely little pass there to Pedro, and it hits him, and he can't. He's just trying to guide it into the back of the net, but I think it's stuck in between Puyol's legs there. And he's such a good defender. He's kept it out, hasn't he?
Once a defender, always a defender. Carlos Puyol with the embarrassment there. Real let-off for Racing Santander. Puyol back in a more customary position now, hounding down Adrian. Bernardo. Jairo. Diop. Good looking pass to Muniz. Looking towards Kone, who's done well to Harris. Thiago got a second bite at it. Barcelona emerge and come forward now with some menace. Xavi. Villa. Messi. Touch too heavy.
Sloppy signs, Kevin, just not come from fatigue and travelling halfway around the world and maybe playing a couple of games, and they've only been back in training as a group, as a unit, for what, 2 days? Thursday, Friday, that's all they're going to get, and back straight into it. But they're 2-0 up. I don't think Pep Guardiola will be too concerned or perturbed about that. They've controlled the match for 37 minutes. Could have and should have had maybe 3 or 4 goals, but 2-0's not bad at this stage of the match.
David Villa took the shot on early, doesn't test Tonio. Scored in this fixture last season on his league debut for Barcelona, David Villa. And that aforementioned international goal-scoring record only likely to get better as the years go on. He's still got a lot of games at the top, both at club and international level, David Villa, but 50 international goals. Outstanding return so far. Alves. Villa. Alves lucky to see that ball drop into his path, and Took a combination of Christian and Bernardo to close him out.
No way through for Dani Alves on that occasion, but again his link play, overlap and superb, really does get forward so much.
Thiago. Lionel Messi, another superb pass. Villa's in here, but he can't beat the angle. After having rounded the goalkeeper, Tonio, with that Messi-Villa combination again.
It's not just that, it's the blind man running. It's like he sees where the pass is going to go, and he gets the weight of the pass absolutely to perfection. You know, if he hits it too far ahead of him, he's not going to get there, but the touch from David Villa was good. He just couldn't get the angle right when he was turning it in towards goal. But superb piece of running off the ball. I think it's easy to see from up high, Kevin, the angles, but when the players are down low, it's just bodies and movement. It's a much more difficult task to find those slide rule passes, and yet Messi's done 2 or 3 of them in the first half.
Iniesta, Thiago, Messi, little pocket of space earned there by Xavi, who tried to help it on to Pedro. Well, they've still got 4 minutes to negotiate here. Racing to try and get in, only 2 down at half-time. Regroup and see what Hector Cooper has to say in the Racing Santander dressing room at half-time, but it's business as usual here for the champions. Thiago. Messi, Thiago, look at the passing, even under pressure. Pedro. Maxwell squeezes a great cross in. And Messi's shot struck Bernardo, who knew very little about it. That would have been a delightful third goal. The build-up was very impressive again.
Some of the football, Kevin's unbelievable. You see the statistics, 76% possession for Barcelona in this first half so far. But the passing and movement and how they keep the ball is a different class.
Maxwell did well just to get there, to get any sort of touch on that, the fullback.
This is the build-up here, and he gets it back somehow, finds Messi. You're right, Kevin. Bernardo knew nothing about it. It hit him in the chest, Messi's right foot, and that was goalward bound.
Dani Alves did really well. He'd lost his balance momentarily, but did well to recover. Ziolis. Jairo, do well to keep that in, can't do so.
Zipped off the surface there for Jairo.
Abidal. Puyol. Xavi. Don't think there'll be a great deal, if any, stoppage time at the end of this half for Isaac Gomez to add on. Iniesta, clever little turn it was from him, trying to slide in Villa. And the flag up for offside against David Villa.
And you can see he's ahead of the last defender, David Villa, and he does get contact on the ball. Correct decision from the officials.
Messi, easily away from Adrian, gets past Bernardo. Well, no time, as expected, added on, much to Racing Santander's relief. Lionel Messi with the first goal, his 15th of the season. The second scored by Xavi Hernandez, a rare header for him. Barcelona 2 to the good at the interval.
From the end of the game, OK, well, let's sit back and enjoy the second half. Jerry Armstrong and Kevin Keating's your commentators.
Welcome back to the Camp Nou, where Barcelona had to make a substitution in the first half, enforced inside the opening 10 minutes. Gerard Piqué, having picked up an injury, replaced by Eric Abidal. Goals from Messi and Xavi have the champions in front, and early action. It's a decent attempt that from the 19-year-old Kone, had Victor Valdez at full stretch. Heartening opening few seconds for a Racing Santander side looking for a point, maybe, against the champions. It's a hard road from here, but they did draw recently 0-0 at home to Real Madrid, but in the backyard of the champions, to get anything at all would be nothing short of a miracle. It was a snapshot from Kone, decent attempt, Jerry.
Good skills, I'd say. He's controlled it well with the right, pivoted, hit it on his left foot, and forced the save from Valdez, which is an excellent start from Racing, and they need a goal to get back into this game.
David Villa did well there, under intense pressure. Racing Santander are missing one of their lone players this season, Lautaro Acosta, whom they brought in from Sevilla, but he's picked up a nasty knee injury. He's just undergone surgery and knocked Hector Cooper's striking options back a considerable amount. Acosta's going to be missing for at least 3 months. They don't have many resources to deal with that kind of injury.
Well, you wonder how long it is before he decides to make the gamble of Oscar Serrano or maybe Stuani to come in and try and find a goal and lock this Barcelona defence. A couple of half chances, but nothing really clear-cut. But then have they had enough possession, Kevin, to do that? I don't think so.
This is Diop. Jairo. Kone protected that well from Abidal, but find himself crowded out in the end.
Yeah, 3-4 Barcelona shirts around him, squeezing, pressing to win the ball back, which is something they do so well.
Barcelona side that in 48 minutes has played well within itself, such as the golfing class between the two sides, but they're going to make chances inevitably in the second half, and flag stayed down from the assistant on the far side, but the referee decided there was a push there from Alves. Interesting that the assistant referee was closer. Kept his flag down.
I think he's barged into him, whether it's accidental or not. It certainly had a an effect on what would have been the outcome, and the referees made the decision. They tend to err on the side of caution, which I think is probably the right thing to do.
This is Abidal. Iniesta, Pedro. Andres Iniesta again. Diop losing out to Thiago. Xavi. Now Messi. Alves. Messi again. Iniesta. Free kick eventually against Eric Abidal.
Well, perseverance here. And it looks as if he is caught slightly, Jairo. This is on Andres Iniesta, who is so congested in there. The passing has to be absolutely spot on, which it was on numerous occasions in the first half, Kevin.
Well, Racing have only scored 1 goal in their last 5 games. Despite that, they've drawn the last 3, included that sequence starting with the 0-0 at home to Real Madrid. Points dropped by Mourinho's side that might prove costly in the final analysis. It was games such as that that cost Real Madrid last season. Real Madrid won earlier this evening, comfortably in the end, 4-1 against Betis at the Bernabeu. Barcelona looking as though they're going to go back to the top of the table, though, with a win.
Good result for Mallorca, Captain, I think. At home to Valencia, losing 1-0, back to 1-1.
Xavi, Thiago. Nice exchange between Messi and Iniesta, fed on by Xavi. Messi. Xavi right at the heart of the attacking action again there for Barcelona.
They're toying with them, Kevin. You know, in the box they're playing little passes, short passes and 1-2s. I think they know that they're going to create chances the second half. It's whether they take them or not. They're comfortable at 2-0. And they're still dominating possession.
Pedro, Messi, Xavi. It'll be a corner. Once again, Racing being run dizzy by the quick passing and the excellent movement.
Well done to Bernardo. He's got his leg in the way, the big Colombian. He's had a good chance in the first half. David Villa should have maybe done better on that one, Kevin.
Fed in by Xavi, deliberately played out here to Dani Alves. Here's Messi. Pedro, Messi. Did well to get the shot away. Tried to catch out Tonio at his near post.
Well, even though it's tight, they're still playing lovely little intricate passes and touch and shot. Gets applause from Cesc.
Iniesta. Alves. Abidal. Maxwell. Guardiola options on the bench, of course. Still 2 more substitutions available to him to rest some key legs. I think we'll probably see Xavi depart before the 90 minutes are out. Maybe Messi as well, ahead of the Champions League game in midweek.
Makes sense, Kevin, once the points are sewn up. You know, and I think that would be the 3rd goal. Get the 3rd goal in and then make a few changes.
It's Racing who are making their switch now. It's going to be Edu Bedia, who's a midfield player. It's going to be a swap here for another midfielder. Ziolis coming off. Greek internationals found it hard work in there. Not the first, certainly won't be the last.
Well, what do you expect, Kevin, up against Xavi and yes, the Thiago, Messi, who drops into the middle of the park as well.
Younger legs coming on here. 22-year-old Edu Bedia come through the ranks with Racing.
Pel Racing, Edu Bedia, amb el número 20, substitueix Ziolis.
Abidal. Thiago. A little bit of possession, but not for long. Just how quickly Barcelona recycled the ball. Here's Messi in overdrive. Took a knock there, Lionel Messi, but doesn't look to be too serious at this moment. But he was in full flight there for a few seconds. Thiago. Pedro. Maxwell. Corner conceded by Francis.
Oh, it's still a game of chase, isn't it, at the moment? This is the run inside. I think it's Francis who comes in and he actually body checks Messi, and maybe Messi didn't have enough control on the ball at the time, and that's why the referee didn't give the free kick.
Barcelona's corner dealt with by Bernardo. Having to work so hard just to keep it at 2-0, Racing. Alves over elaborate there. Kone. Munitis. Strong play from Abidal. Iniesta for Pedro. Well, it carries on with this amount of possession. I think we might be getting over 80%. They've already eclipsed 80% possession in a match here at the Camp Nou this season. An 8-0 thrashing of Osasuna. Here's Messi. Ricochet's kind for Barca. Xavi. Seems only a matter of time before the 3rd goal arrives. Here's Messi. Fouled by Christian.
Yeah, he's pulling him back. Uses his body well though, Lionel Messi, to keep the defender away from the ball. Is he only putting 2 in the wall? Is it worth a shot from there from Messi?
Certainly crossed his mind, I would have thought.
I think he's looking at it. Wall's going to have to go back further. The referee is insisting.
Messi still not happy that the two-man wall is back the sufficient distance, having a word with the assistant over on that far side. Messi does go for goal. Tonio right behind it. Bernardo. Even an old-fashioned hoof from Maxwell proved to be inch perfect, and the first touch was simply a delight for Messi. It's like a circus act sometimes, isn't it?
Oh, the fans love it though, Kevin. And it was a hoof. He was just trying to clear his lines. Maxwell up in the air, skied it, and Messi's control was superb.
Here's Leo Messi again. Jairo, rare roughing Santander attack. What can they make of this?
This Pedro all the way back, Kevin. That's what I talk about, work ethic. He's brilliant going forward, but he can defend as well, as all of this team does. They do so well defensively.
The shot there of Keita and Adriano warming up. This is Muniz. Pulling at Alves quite clearly, Pedro Muniz.
He's getting frustrated, Dani Alves. That's that instant control. He makes it look so easy. This should be a sign up, Kevin. Genius at work.
Don't think it'll be long. If you haven't already thought about it, just get one large big banner and stick it up outside the main entrance at the Camp Nou. It's going to be around for many more years to come, and it's Messi's pass, and he's onto the return. Can he find some room in there? No, they gang up on Lionel Messi to good effect there, Ratha. Needed to.
Certainly did, but you can see, Kevin, they're still passing and playing with him. They're toying with him at the moment.
Abidal. Adrian, wasn't a good pass from Papa Diop. Now Christian. Here's Diop again. Xavi. Messi. Xavi.
Francis has done well on that occasion, Kevin, to try and keep it tight. But they're working so hard, Rathing, to contain Barcelona, and as I say, I feel that any time that they want to really have a go, they can up the ante.
Iniesta. Straight back into the groove after his 5-game absence with a hamstring injury, Andres Iniesta. Here's Messi. Maxwell. Thiago. Iniesta. Not quite the way to pass needed there for Maxwell. Christian looking for Muniz. Faced by Abidal. Away comes Xavi Hernandez. David Villa. Pedro. Alves. Always the likelihood that you will overplay in situations like this, Jerry, when you've got so much dominance, so much of the ball.
Yeah, and I don't feel they think there's any pressure on them. You know, it would be good actually if Racing did get a goal, because you could see a little bit more purpose about Barcelona. But possession-wise, can't fault them. And as I say, they've been toying with them for probably the best part of an hour.
Another change for Racing Santander. Midfielder Arana coming on. And it's going to be the youngster who'll make way, Kone. So Muniz, yeah, Muniz will be the principal striker, one suspects, unless Arana drops in there. But effectively they might be playing without a recognised front man now. Just try and escape back to Santander with just a 2-0 defeat. Messi has other ideas. Could go all the way.
Penalty.
And Pedro. Well, Jerry shouted immediately for a penalty.
I don't know what the referee's playing at, but he certainly skipped past 2 tackles, Lionel Messi, and he was fouled. I think it was definitely a penalty kick. There's the first one. Second one, that's the penalty there. That's definitely a penalty kick for me. It's Alvaro who catches him. No doubt about it in my mind.
A disbelieving Messi.
That's a late challenge as well from Francis.
Messi still having a word in the referee's ear about this moment.
That's the penalty there, Kevin. It's Alvaro who clips him. Doesn't get anywhere near the ball. He just clatters straight into his standing leg.
Still having words with the referee, Messi. File that under compassion from the referee to Racing Santander, almost as if he's feeling sorry for them. It was a pretty clear-cut decision, wasn't it?
I shouted it straight out, Kevin. I thought he was going to give it. The referee was in a good position. Don't know why he didn't give it, but here they come again.
Pedro is a late challenge, referee right to allow Barcelona to continue. Messi. Iniesta, it's brilliant play! Oh, he's so unlucky, but Messi's there to drill in his second of the night and Barcelona's third. Iniesta deserved to score, Messi has.
They're all works of art though, Kevin. I mean, the build-up's fantastic. Messi, I can't believe he's actually trying to thread that pass into such a crowded area. And Iniesta's on the end of it and gets through the challenges, hits the target with the shot. Have a look at this pass. There's so many bodies in there. Touch is brilliant. Right foot, left foot, hits the post, and then Messi with his right foot follows up. Absolutely brilliant. And there's an understanding between Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi that is, well, it's breathtaking. And I've actually noticed how it's built up as well. As you look at the touch again, right foot, left foot. It's so quick. You can't really fault the defenders. It's just brilliant.
Well, so often I hear people say, why don't teams close Barcelona down, close the space down. He had no space there, Iniesta.
None.
And he can make you look just a fool in a blink of an eye, and 2 defenders left in his wake. And he so deserved to score after that brilliant piece of improvisation, but post denied him. But Messi with goal number 16 for him this season, and he's now just 1 goal away from a 3rd successive hat-trick at home in the league. He'll be thumbing the record books again, Jerry, if he gets another hat-trick here.
Cavani just keeps making more and more records every season. He sets his target. You know, when he was getting 40 goals a season, we thought amazing. Then he's gone 50 goals a season. Who's to say he won't get over 60 goals this season?
Well, we've got more Spanish football for you to enjoy next. It's in high definition for you. Newly promoted Granada at home to Atletico Madrid. The whole game live for you.
I was saying, Kevin, as well, the short space of time that Cesc Fabregas has been here, I've noticed how quickly he's linking up with the Xavi, Iniesta and Messi and Pedro and co. They've been just on another wavelength.
Maxwell. Iniesta almost picked out that trademark run of Dani Alves.
Well, Munita's done well, Kevin. He's tracked all the way back, and give him credit for the work ethic. Pedro Munita's at 36 years of age, still putting in a good stint.
Keita, Adriano, and Iniesta is the first to depart. Very accomplished return to the heart of the action for Andres Iniesta after 5 games out with a hamstring problem. Very capable replacement in Seydou Keita. The Adriano switch waits for the time being. Xavi. Thiago. Here's Messi. Alves. Given away by Diop to Messi. This is Xavi. Messi again. Abidal. Certain amount of frustration in that challenge on Abidal as Adriano gets an opportunity of more first-team minutes to replace Pedro. Adriano played for Brazil in their recent friendly internationals against Mexico and Costa Rica.
Very accomplished player, Kevin. Can play at the back and in the midfield. 2 good feet. And has started to settle down. Took him quite a while, I thought, when he came from Sevilla. Took him at least 6 or 7 months to settle down with Barcelona. That's a great reverse pass.
Villa picking out Dani Alves and Messi! Almost.
He'll be disappointed with this one, Kevin, you know, because it's on his left foot. And he scored the other two with the right foot, which is not his better foot.
This is Muniz. Good pass from Diop. Just for once, Ruthin got 3 green shirts in the Barcelona penalty area, but no quality on the cross in the end.
Yeah, Muniz has done reasonably well, but he's let himself down with the final ball, Kevin.
Victor Valdez with not much to do in the Barcelona goal. He started for Spain in midweek in the win against Scotland. Spain have now equalled the great Netherlands team of some years ago. I think it was Cruyff's Netherlands team of 14 straight wins in competitive internationals. Fabulous run they're on.
They're a fabulous team though, Kevin, and they've got a fantastic squad. I know they rested quite a few players against Scotland, but doesn't seem to make any difference.
I was having a bit of a debate about Spain and the international scene this week, and the debate surrounded whether Spain could win the European Championships without the Barcelona players. It's one that is worth dwelling upon when you throw in names like Silva, Mata, Cazorla, Llorente, Negredo, Xabi Alonso, Javi Martinez, Ramos, Albiol, Casillas.
It's a great side. It's a fantastic side. They're just spoiled for talent, aren't they? I could have loaned a few of them to Northern Ireland.
Sorry to rub it in, Joe. Northern Ireland job up for grabs at the moment. Nigel Worthington stepping aside. This is Francis.
He's done okay, Maxwell. I haven't seen too much of him this season, or last season he's been hampered with injuries. But I always felt he was very good on the ball, but maybe could be better as a defender. Don't seem to have too many defenders at Barcelona, do they?
Here's Abidal. Adriano harassed out of that by Francis. Thiago. Keita. Alvaro. Just a hopeful punt forward and possession immediately back here with Barcelona, who've not scored fewer than 5 goals at home in the league so far this season. 5 against Villarreal, 5 against Atletico Madrid, 8 past Osasuna. All those games with a clean sheet as well.
Still 13 minutes left though, Kevin. That's the big problem for Ruthin.
It could easily be double what you see at the top of your screen now. What we've seen. A nice change of body direction there. Well, yeah, Abidal. And Abidal's furthest player forward for a moment here for Barcelona.
How can they give offside for that? Messi's coming in. Well, Abidal's not off. He doesn't actually go for the ball anyway. Can't see how he's given offside there.
Hector Cooper described Guardiola's Barcelona in the build-up to this match as the closest to perfection any team he's ever seen. He's been around for some considerable time, the Argentine, and joining the long line of admirers.
That's a late challenge.
No question that a card is going to be issued here. And it's gone the way of Edu Badia.
Late, Antonio Nessi, he's gone up with the studs high, he's caught him above the ankle. That could have been a really, really bad challenge and could have been a lot more damage to Thiago than that.
Lucky to emerge relatively unscathed there, Thiago Alcantara. Getting into the last 10 minutes.
Continues his progress, Kevin, Thiago Alcantara, and as I say, he's improving all the time, playing with the quality in this Barcelona side.
I think when he first got into the team, you thought on occasions he might have overdone the final pass, but that's a good pass for him, for David Villa. That seems to be playing the simpler ball more often these days, Thiago, and looking a better player for it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's coming from experience. Fabulous pass, good touch, David Villa. Only thing he does wrong, Kevin, is miss the target. You must not miss the target from that range.
But there was a little time when that young man was looking a bit of a show pony, and I don't think Guardiola has any of those. Certainly would get that out of his system as soon as he can, but for all the world-class talent here, they're not show ponies, Barcelona. Everything is done with a purpose, and not just...
They're a proper team, Kevin.
Yeah,
they are a proper team. They work to me. We made the point that Pedro chasing all the way back into his own penalty area. Thiago up and down, box to box. He's making the challenges. He's also providing some crucial passes. Everybody does their bit.
Wondered earlier whether Xavi and Messi might have got an early rest, but they're going to be out there, fitness permitting, for the full game. Barcelona have used all 3 permitted substitutes now.
Well, Christian should know you can't go to ground if you're not going to get the ball. Whether he made a meal of it or not, Dani Alves.
Going to see a defender now, centre-back Marc Torrejon, who was born here in Barcelona, began his career with Espanyol. Defender for a midfielder, Papa Diop departs. Torrejon, his first involvement of the season after injury. A nice warm welcome from the Barcelona fans for the former Espanyol player. Messi over the free kick. 5 Barcelona players in and around the 6-yard box. Adriano hanging out on the edge of the area. This is Abidal! Well, there'll be no more popular goal scorer than the Frenchman. Puyol's misdirected header straight to Pedro Benitez. Having brought Torrejon on, they've got an extra presence in terms of height now, Rathing, from the free kick. Bernardo is forward for this as well. Adrian, useful in the air. Aim towards Bernardo and comfortable for Valdez.
There's the free kick from Messi, not properly dealt with. It's up in the air, and Abidal goes for the spectacular, and Tonyo, a little bit of theatrics there for the bit of showboating, isn't it? That one for the cameras.
Thiago. Keita. Dani Alves. Beautifully done. Couldn't quite squeeze the cross in, and cleared by Bernardo.
Clever play, wasn't it, from Dani Alves through the legs of Christian. Be interesting to find out what the problem with Gerard Piqué is, Kevin.
Off inside the opening 10 minutes, Piqué. Alvaro. Francis. Maxwell. Xavi. Little nudge on Messi, who's got a little over 4 minutes to try and make it 3 successive hat-tricks at home in the league. A roar from the Camp Nou as Messi's twinkling feet delight them once more. But even in second and third gear, it's been some very impressive football again, though, from the champions.
It has, and these are games that potentially could be a banana skin. Racing have nothing to lose, and so a lot of these players have played international football this week. The referee gives the advantage.
Another free kick earned by Messi.
The foul on Alvaro once again was chopping at his legs. Referee's given that one. Maybe that was because it was outside the penalty area.
Well, David Villa fancies this by the look of it.
Strike a good ball, David Villa, on that right foot.
Just 6 goals so far this season. He's going to be trailing Messi by a considerable number again this season. I wonder how it sits on his shoulders after being the top man for goals over the best part of the last decade at various clubs, David Villa.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. As I say, he's coming into more of a team effort, and he has to work a lot harder probably than he did at Valencia. He was the main man. They were all creating chances for him to go and score goals, and now he's got to create maybe as many as Messi creates for others. But it's all about whether the team wins or not. That's what it's about, not about who scores the goals. He always comes in with 25-ish every season, and I think that's good enough for Pep Guardiola and the rest of his Barcelona teammates.
Just to be part of perhaps the greatest club team we've ever seen, still to be determined and analysed, and only when it's broken up and it's gone will it finally been nailed, but let's just enjoy them while they're here. And only Carlos Puyol is going to come out of this team in the next, well, 2-3 years, and even he might still be around.
Yep.
A lot of them still only early 20s, mid-20s. Plenty more coming through via the conveyor belt as well. Barcelona's reserves finished 3rd in the 2nd division last season. That's enough to tell you there's plenty more talent on the horizon. 90th minute, which will be a relief. I think I've said it already this season, the opposition coming to the Camp Nou must feel like they've played 180 minutes, never mind 90.
And I know they've been worked, that's for sure, as Adriano come inside on the right foot. Had a shot deflected by Francis. And for a corner kick now. Have a look down there, Kevin. That's why Andy Carroll wasn't playing for Liverpool today. He's playing at centre half for Racing Santander tonight.
This is Adriano. Thiago. Playing 2 minutes of stoppage time. Barcelona climbing back to the top of the table, a point ahead of Real Madrid, who won earlier this evening against Real Betis. Xavi. Going to be another clean sheet for Pep Guardiola and co, including the back end of last season. It's 7 successive home league games now without a goal against.
That's good for confidence, Kevin, knowing that they can keep clean sheets at the back.
Always going to score plenty with the wonderful array of talent they have, both in midfield and attack. Just seeing out the remaining seconds here. Yet another foul on Messi.
That's Alvaro once again.
Well, another routine win. 4 home league games this season, 4 wins, 21 goals scored. Suspect Sevilla might be more of a challenge next weekend. Racing Santander, quite frankly, looked beaten even before a ball was kicked tonight. Hector Cooper accepts the defeat. Another 2 goals for Lionel Messi, 1 for Xavi, 3-0.